The jewelry store manager laughed when I asked to see the diamond rings. Then she walked me out of the door. The saleswoman looked me up and down like I was something stuck to her shoe, then turned her back and walked away without saying a single word. I had just asked to see the engagement rings in the display case near the front window. My girlfriend and I had been together for 6 years. I finally saved enough for the ring she deserved, and I had exactly one lunch break to make this happen before I lost my nerve. I work as a facilities supervisor for a commercial property company, which means I spend my days in steel toe boots and company polos that are usually covered in dust and grease. I did not have time to go home and change before the store closed for the day. The jewelry store was one of those fancy places in the shopping district downtown. White marble floors, soft classical music playing through hidden speakers, salespeople dressed in tailored black suits. I knew I looked out of place the second I walked through those glass doors, but I had cash in my pocket and a woman I wanted to marry. The manager approached me before I got 3 steps past the entrance. She was tall with blonde hair pulled back tight and a silver name tag that said Beverly. She asked if I was looking for something specific in a tone that made it clear she hoped the answer was no. I told her I wanted to see engagement rings in the $2,000 range. She smiled the way people smile when they are trying not to laugh directly in your face. She said perhaps I would be more comfortable at one of the mall stores down the street and gestured toward the door with her manicured hand. She said their pieces required a certain type of clientele and that she did not want to waste my time or hers. I told her I had money and I just wanted to see the rings. She lowered her voice like she was doing me some kind of favor. She said they had a strict policy about browsers and that I clearly was not there to make a serious purchase. She said my clothes and my boots told her everything she needed to know about my budget. Then she actually put her hand on my arm and started physically guiding me toward the exit like I was a stray dog. I asked for her full name even though I could read the tag. She repeated it slowly like I was stupid. Beverly Ashton, assistant manager. What Beverly Ashton did not know was that her store was located inside a building owned by Wexler Commercial Properties. I know this because I am the lead facilities supervisor for Wexler Commercial Properties. I have keys to every single door in that building. I know the security codes, the maintenance schedules, and the direct phone number for our leasing director who handles every tenant relationship. I stepped outside onto the sidewalk and called my boss. I explained exactly what happened. He listened without interrupting once, then asked me to text him the name of the store and the manager. 10 minutes later, he called me back. Turns out our leasing director plays golf every Saturday morning with the jewelry store owner. They called him together while I waited outside on a bench. The owner was very interested to hear how his assistant manager was treating customers who worked in his building. 20 minutes after being escorted out, I watched through the window as Beverly answered her phone. Her face went completely white. She looked around the store like she was searching for hidden cameras. Then she looked directly at me through the glass, and her expression changed entirely. The owner himself showed up 40 minutes later. He shook my hand in front of Beverly and apologized personally for the experience. He walked me through their entire engagement ring collection and gave me 15% off my final purchase. Beverly stood behind the counter the entire time without saying a word. I found out later she was put on formal probation and transferred to their smallest location in the suburbs. The owner added a note to my building file thanking Wexler for bringing the incident to his attention. He said it was not the first complaint about her behavior. 3 weeks later, I proposed to my girlfriend at the park where we had our first date. She said yes before I finished asking. Last month, I was doing a routine inspection and walked past the jewelry store. There was a new manager behind the counter. She smiled warmly and waved at me through the window. I waved back. I still wear my work boots everywhere I go. Nobody seems to have a problem with them anymore.